Howdy, everyone. I received a question, I don't know, a week or so ago about how to handle a horse that is really anxious or fights being tied up and left, like if they're tied to a post or something like that. And that's a great question I've been wanting to address. Lots of different ways to deal with this. So the old cowboys out there might tell you just take that horse, put a halter on it, dead tie it, and dead tie means tie it so hard that there's no give in it, there's no way they can get out of it. Dead tie them to a pole and just let them figure it out. Well, that's the old way of doing things, and I personally don't really agree with that, and there's several reasons why. It's because you can really actually cause a lot of damage to your horse doing it that way. Like for instance, if you take a horse and you tie it to like a telephone pole like that, some people will actually put a chain on their halter and such so that they really just can't get away and they can't break free or anything like that. But you have to delve into the mind of the horse a little bit more, I think. There's a lot of reasons why horses may not want to be tied. It could be, poor handling in the past. Like maybe they were tied to something and they couldn't get away, and then something really scary happened. Maybe a gunshot went off, or maybe a plastic bag flew across the pasture and the horse freaked out and they couldn't get away. Well, that just creates a sense of trauma in them, and then they get PTSD from it. So, or it could be a feeling of claustrophobia. I mean, a lot of horses, they're fight or flight animals. So basically, if a horse can't run and get away, then they tend to freak out, especially if they're in a situation where, they feel alone or they feel abandoned, they don't have their herd near them, they don't have another horse near them. They can get really nervous and upset. So it could be past bad handling. It could be claustrophobia. You got to understand too that a lot of these rescue horses, people will tie them, they will hold them still, and they will hit them, they will whip them, they will beat them. They can't get away. Shakespeare is a perfect example of that. They tied him in a set of stocks, which is it's 4 wooden posts, and they have to enter this chute, and they tie them down. And I don't believe they beat him, but they did remove his testicles. He had no sedation. He had no, there was no vet, nothing. They tied him up in a box, and they removed a part of his body without his